Shalom. First, giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All honor, glory, and praises due. Shalom, family. Peace and salutations to the new viewers, if any. This is part 2 to How You Know You're Israel, Northern Kingdom edition. Last time, we ended it off in 1 Kings chapter 11. So, real quick, what that chapter was talking about was how Solomon, he went astray. He started worshiping other gods, going after other gods, because he loved and allowed his concubines to go after other gods. Caused him and the Northern Kingdom to fall off. And because of him doing this, the Most High gave the Northern Kingdom to Jeroboam. And he gave the Northern Kingdom to Jeroboam. And, now we about to get into chapter 12, and we're going to see, what happens after that. And I'm going to go ahead and start off. This is 1 Kings chapter 12, starting at verse 1. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass, when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that they sent and called him. And Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us, lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days. Then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old man that stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this people? And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. But he forsook the counsel of the old man, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men, that they were grown up with him, and which stood before him. And he said unto them, What counsel give ye, that we may answer this people, who have spoken to me, saying, Make the yoke which thy father did put upon his Make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spoke unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And now whereas my father did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father has chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the 3rd day, as the king had appointed, saying, Come to me again the 3rd day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse to your tents. O Israel, now see to thine own house. David, so Israel departed unto their tents. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then King Rehoboam, that's talking Salak. Verse 17 is talking about the southern kingdom, talking about the tribe of Judah and Benjamin and the Levites that were assisting those two tribes. Picking back up to verse 18. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones, that he died. Therefore King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot, to flee to Jerusalem. Verse 19, so Israel rebelled against the house of David until this day. And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin, and 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors, to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. Now the house of Israel, that's talking about the 10 tribes. You know, in the last video, I covered who are the 10 tribes. And it's my Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Picking up at verse 22. But the word of power came unto Shemaiah, the man of power, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Salah, Thus saith the Lord, Ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearken therefore to the Lord, to the word of the Lord, and return to depart according to the word of the Lord. Then Jeroboam built Shechem and Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out from thence, and built Penuel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah. Don't that sound familiar? Verse 28, Whereupon the king took counsel, and made 2 cows of gold, and said unto them, It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy power, or Salak, behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And he set the one in Bethel, and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made an house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month of the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places, which he had made. So he offered upon the altar which he had made Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel. And he offered upon the altar and burnt incense. Now, that sounds a lot like what we're going through right now, bro. You think about Christianity, you think about the Nation of Islam, think about all these religions. Hell, some of you wicked ass women talk about y'all spiritual and shit like that, man. Like, this wicked ass place taught us about different gods and say that it's okay for you to have a different god. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, this wicked ass place, America, really the whole entire, all these nations, because all of them are against us. All of these nations, they cause us to worship a golden calf. They cause us to worship white man Jesus. Man, it's sad, bro. Like, you women, bro, like, women, man. I had this one girl I used to work at UPS. She called herself trying to read my fucking hand. The whole time I could see right through that shit. She was making that shit up as she went. Like, come on, man, that spiritual shit, that shit fake. I had a girl sit up here and tell me that she didn't want to talk to me because I was an Aries. That shit's fake too, man. I'm not believing that shit, bro. That shit's all idolatry. Like, but anyway, you know, that's for another video. It's for the Northern Kingdom. But yeah, man, they did this to the Northern Kingdom just like they doing it now. You know, trying to keep us away from our Lord, because they know that the Lord is our power, and if us knowing who we are, we know where our power comes from. You know, and it'll really unite us. But again, not a lot of us is gonna get it. So yeah, man, that's how the Northern Kingdom became a Gentile by practice. The Northern Kingdom, they made Jeroboam their leader. They left the house of David. They left Jerusalem. So, following up with that, I'm gonna go to Jeremiah. Now, this is the proof, you know, that they became Gentiles. We're gonna go to Jeremiah. It's a lot. I think 31. It's a lot, Cox. Give me 1 second. Let me see this real quick. Here it is, Jeremiah chapter 3, starting at verse 6. Now, this proves that the Most High, you know, divorced the Northern Kingdom, because they went a-whoring after other gods, following Solomon and eventually following Jeroboam. So this is verse 6, Jeremiah 3:6. The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel have done, When he says backsliding Israel, he's talking about the 10 tribes. She has gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and there hath played the harlot. And I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me. But she returned not. And her treacherous sister, Judah, saw it. So that's how you know that it's talking about the southern kingdom. For, Israel, ever since the Jeroboam incident, Israel was known as, the 10 tribes were known as Israel, and the southern tribes were known as Judah. Picking up at verse 8, Salah. And I saw, when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I put her away, and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister, Judah, feared not, but went and played the harlot also. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. So yeah, man. He's saying backsliding Israel, stabbed the Most High in the back, pretty much. That's why, man, the 10 tribes was going through curses. Man, the 10 tribes got it, bro. Like, our slavery, I can't even say ours because I'm part of the 10 tribes, but Judah, the slavery that they went through here in America, man, the 10 tribes went through it about the same, if not probably worse, back then. And yeah, man, he kept Judah, but he divorced Israel. He didn't want to deal with them no more. See, the Most High, he looks at Israel and Judah as wives. The Most High, he don't change. Especially in the Old Testament, it was written. Salak. Salak, man. But yeah, the Most High, if you he put Israel away. Israel and Judah are considered his wives. You know what I'm saying? He gave Israel a bill of divorce and kept Judah. And the reason why he kept Judah was so that, he doesn't change. Is written. He in the Torah, he doesn't change. He said, let me go ahead and get it. It's precept. I can't find it. Hold on 1 second. I know I can get it. There it is. It was in Malachi. I'm sorry, Ox. Malachi 3, verse 6. It says, "For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." When he says that, man, he means that he doesn't change about his promise. You know, so he had to do away with the northern kingdom and keep the southern kingdom, you know, so that prophecy can be fulfilled, so that he can still give us his promise. So, moving right along to Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 9. Starting at verse 7. Now, what this is about to explain is you know, after the northern kingdom fled to idolatry, you know, they started doing practices like with heathens. You know what I'm saying? They practiced Gentile. They had a Gentile mindset. You know what I'm saying? Mingling with heathens. You know, and because of this, they had a confusion of face. They became confusion of face. What I mean by that is they didn't look. You know, they skin got lighter. You know, their hair got straighter. They wasn't looking like, you know, they was of Israel. You know, say for instance, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the Haitians, Jamaicans, and the so-called African Americans, man. You know, of course, we didn't live in them times, but I'm pretty sure that an Issacharite, which is a so-called Mexican, he was probably as dark as someone from Jamaica or someone from Haiti or a so-called African American. You know what I'm saying? He probably had the same complexion, you know. Yeah, man, that's what confusion of face means. But I'm going to go ahead and read this. This is Daniel chapter 9, starting at verse 7. It says, "O Lord, righteousness belongeth, Salat, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of face, as at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee." They sinned against the Most High. They went a horn after other idols, after other gods. You know, it's the same shit that we going through today, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, bro, it's so fucked up. This is the Southern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like some people wanted the Southern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't even like their own skin. You know, they don't even like being dark skinned. You know, you got these I'm not about to go too hard on them, but you know, you got these light skinned people. You know, they sitting up here, you know, worshiping themselves because they light skinned. You know. But yeah, man, confusion of face. You know, like we doing it today. We mingling seed today, bro. You know, and it's, of course, you know, a man, he can be with whoever he wants to be with, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, man, it's taking away the complexion of our people. You know, you'll see somebody, hell, I got a grandma that, you know, She a little bit darker now, but me growing up, man, people used to think she was white. Hell, I used to think she was white, bruh, but she black. You know what I'm saying? And just, thinking about that, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at what our women are doing. A lot of them be looking like clowns, bruh. Trying to get blue-eyed contacts, trying to get blonde hair, having a blonde wig, trying to, bro, we constantly going after these idols, going after these fake ass gods, trying to follow other people. But we don't know that we are the people. We are the salt of the earth. But yeah, man, confusion of face. That's why, the Northern Kingdom look the way that they do now. It's a lot. I went on a little rant, but yeah, man, that's why I got an ock named Mark Henry, man. He doesn't look, he's not as dark as my ock Stevo or my ock Javo. You know what I'm saying? He's Issacharite. You know what I'm saying? He got straight hair, but he's an Israelite. He's woken up to this truth. So, moving right along, the Song of Solomon. Now, I believe, I talked to some of my ox about this chapter, and I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there because it kind of makes sense to me. I believe this is talking about the Northern Kingdom. This Song of Solomon, chapter 4, starting at verse 1. It says, "Behold, thou art fair. My love, behold, thou art fair. Thou hast doves, eyes within thy locks. Thy hair is as a flock of goats that appear from Mount Gilead." Now, when it talks about the hair is as a flock of goats, Israelites, the Southern Kingdom, you got some Northern Kingdom that have woolly-like hair, but when you talk about mainly the Southern Kingdom, they have woolly hair. That lets me know that was the original, type of hair that we had back in the ancient days. Black people like to say, "Oh, my hair nappy," you know what I'm saying? It curls up. You know what I'm saying? It's woolly. It's woolly like a sheep. And the Bible, the scriptures, the Most High, he sees us as sheep. So when it says thy hair is as a flock of goats, well, I know that that's not a sheep. It's not talking about a sheep. Goats have straight hair. Sheep have woolly hair. I believe that that's talking about the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom's hair. The Issacharites, the Gadites, some Reubenites. Yeah, man. A lot of us Northern Kingdom, we have straight hair. No confusion in the face. I'm going to move right along to Second Esdras. Now, Second Esdras, a lot of you who are new to this truth that's probably listening to this video, you're probably wondering, well, if we Israel, how the hell did we get over here? How did we find this land first? I'm going to show you. Second Esdras, chapter 13. Starting at verse 40. Now, Second Esdras is in the Apocrypha. And I would suggest that whoever's new to the truth, that you get you a book. It's the Apocrypha. I would suggest that you get the 1611 King James Bible also. But the Apocrypha, they took a lot of books out because they don't want us to know this information. They try to hide a lot of things from us. You know, you go in a church house, and then you try to talk to the pastor about the Apocrypha, and then he'd be like, don't you read that book. That book ain't part of the Gospels. It ain't part of the Scripture. You know, that's a fake book right there. Don't read that, man. That's bullshit. Straight bullshit, man. The Apocrypha, man, the Apocrypha has so much knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm gonna say, I was about to say something, but you know, I'm gonna just save it for another video, man. It's something that me and my Ben, you know, we discovered. Well, he told me about this, and I had to go in the Apocrypha and find it myself, man, and it's in there. But we'll talk about it in a later video. But yeah, this is verse 40. 2nd Esdras 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, when Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. What do you think that's talking about? They that might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs of them. For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arzareth. Now, Arzareth is talking about South America. You know, I want to say the Americas, period, but I was taught that it was South America. You know, they passed through the Euphrates River. They went above, all the way up into Turkey, going up into Italy, and then, you know, going into the ocean above Africa and making their way all the way to the Americas. Where it says that Salag, I'm trying to find it. In verse 44, where it says, for the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood that they were passed over. The flood is talking about the ocean. You know, why hold still a river if it's not that deep? You know what I'm saying? Like, the ocean, it's talking about the ocean. When you go out into the ocean, the currents start getting bigger. You know, you start getting them big waves. You know, you got to deal with storms at night. You know what I'm saying? He held it still. You know, he showed them signs. He was the one who blessed them to come over here. You know what I'm saying? He kept them safe. You know, and that right there tells me that he just had us in mind. You know, yeah, he divorced us, but, you know, he had something special for us still, because he was still working on us. So, yeah, man, that's how we came over here to the Americas. It says in verse 41, where it says, where never mankind dwelt. Nobody dwelt in the Americas. Shit. When Christopher Columbus came, you know what I'm saying? He came talking about he discovered it, but then you see all these Native Americans. What the fuck? How the hell you discover America? No, the Most High discovered it and gave it to us. But yeah, man. Also, I want to go into the curses. It's the same as the very first video I posted on here. It's Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to go to verse 54. And it reads, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Look, man, if you are Northern Kingdom, you can't lie. You cannot lie, bro. Y'all go through the same shit that, the so-called blacks and Haitians and Jamaicans go through. Gang banging. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican Mafia. The MS-13. Hell, the fucking cartel, bro. The cartel. You know what I'm saying? You Native Americans, you cannot lie, bro. I just found out that it's a gang out here in Oklahoma called Salak, man. It's goddamn cars. But you Native Americans, man, you can't lie either. Like, I just found out in Oklahoma, it's a gang out here called the Indian Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell, bro? Like, shit, even if that ain't as hardcore as the other gangs, bro, back then, tribalism. Y'all used to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Claiming different tribes when all together y'all all are from the same tribe. Also, man, I got a story to tell y'all about the Native Americans here in Oklahoma. And these are real Native Americans. They ain't not $5 Indians. Man, one year when I was a senior at Douglas High School, I was going to, it was a ceremony that they gave to all of the Native American kids that was graduating that year in 2015. And, man, like, we went to the ceremony. It was me and two other people. I'm not going to name any names, but honestly, I was the darkest one there. You know what I'm saying? The guy, one of them, I can't name his name. I'm gonna just say his name is C. C and the girl's name is L. Man, C was the lightest one there. I was the darkest one there, and L was right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I was the only one that looked black. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even then, people still say I look like I'm mixed, but they saw the colors that we had on. They saw Douglas High School and saw that it was a predominantly all black school, and they didn't want us to join the ceremony, even though we got invited there. We got invited there to get our feather and our tonsils for our graduation, but they didn't want nothing to do with us. We had to sit up here, and of course, we had a $5 Indian who, was trying to get us in there. He was our teacher, trying to teach us Native American history. They for damn so didn't want him in there. They said, look, y'all can come in, but keep that motherfucker out. Eventually we came up in there, but we sit in the back. We looking fucked up, because it's like, bro, this is our people. They don't even want to accept us because we black. You know what I'm saying? Or we go to a black school. Like, man, that's a form of having an evil eye towards your brother. Man, like, how else can I explain it, bro? That's evil. That's an evil ass eye. We kids, bro. We trying to graduate. We excited about our heritage. But y'all don't want to accept us. And, That ain't it. You Issacharites too, man. Hell, some of you black folks too, though. But you Issacharites too, man. I can't even say you black folks, man. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. But you Issacharites too, man. Like, some of y'all are wicked with that as well, bro. Y'all got that. We all got the curse. Fuck it. We all got the curse, man. We all of Israel. You know, man. You know, you go. Some of you Issacharites can be just as wicked as a Japhite, man. Japhite meaning white man, but you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, y'all wearing that Kobe jersey though. Man, I don't even want to like. I hate to get on my people like this, bro, but it's like, man, shit gotta change, bro. It's a saying, and everybody should know this shit, man. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, as many, all throughout the generation, bro, these generations that we've been living here in America, you mean to tell me not one Native American, not one black, not one brown, none of us, we've been living amongst each other and we never thought about that? We've been attacked by this same devil for years. Native Americans, y'all got y'all shit stolen. We all got our shit stolen, but man, they dwell in this land every single day, and they got y'all on reservations. In Mexico, they took y'all shit, just like the Native Americans. And that shit is fucking hell. They got y'all running to the fucking border trying to get over here, and it ain't even all good up under the sun over here. I'm telling you that now. But they got y'all doing that shit, man. And then when you do get here, you can't be accepted because you came from the fucking border. You crossed that border. You come from Mexico. They don't want your kind here. And then us blacks, bro, like, we was forced over here. We didn't even want to leave, bro. We was forced over here. You know what I'm saying? We got ancestors today, and we got ancestors whose bodies are in the bottom of the ocean today. We all have the same enemy, bro. And it's still going on. Wickedness is still going on. I don't know if y'all ever heard of a sundown town, bro. A sundown town is basically a town where you can't be caught in, like, if you black, I'm gonna just say if you melanated, if you of Israel, you can't be caught in that town while the sun is down. Or they have all the right to kill you. It's still towns like that here in America today. But y'all want to sit up here and say, oh, shit changed. Man, ain't shit changed, bro. And yes, you do got some good jab fights. But, man, the majority, I don't even want to say this nigga name, but what did Muhammad Ali say? You know what I'm saying? You think I'm going to just... You think I'm going to just stand around, you know what I'm saying, all these snakes? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just stand around a pile of snakes just hoping that one snake ain't going to bite, man? Fuck that, bro. All of these niggas is wicked. They don't give a fuck about us. But yeah, man. It's a lot for even saying Muhammad Ali, man. Fuck that Nation of Islam shit. You know, I should have said Cassius Clay. But yeah, man. Salak, man. I went on a rant, bro. It just, you know, pains me to see my people going through the bullshit and we happy about it. And then when you got somebody like me that's just trying to tell you the truth, you know, Israel's a stiff-necked people, they hard-headed. They don't want to listen. Hell, they'll even cuss your ass out for this shit. But you know, not all who are Israel are of Israel. So I just take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? But I want to give all honor, glory, praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Bashem Rakwakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All honor, glory, praises due. Love y'all family. Kum Yasharala. Oh, and also, like I said before, I'm just a sheep getting fed, you know. I'm going to put my teacher's videos in the description down below, along with my fellow ox. Shalom. Love y'all.